Hey there, Classi here, and welcome back to Beacon Pines.
Was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya? I like Jeff.
The two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Alright, we gotta go. Bye, Jeff. His face is normal. Every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Okay, bye. So, he might have a crush on this girl right here. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy. And this season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pondering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd rather just be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuvi. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out here somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Please, let me get one, please. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give this to you.
Rolo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
Aww. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whatever you want. We're just chilling at the treehouse. You know, you really didn't have to go through all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we'd been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rolo
was at a loss for words. But that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
This was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Huh? What was that? Aw, man, we missed a fireworks?
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
We gotta go investigate. Just don't fall off the treehouse, okay? Whoa. The big chill.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together. For the rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Yeah, that was quite short, but I want to go through it all. Rumble, break. I do want to check out break. Change, struggle. We did those ones. Tickle, strange, flight, and fight. Ponder, hide, chill. I want to go up and do this one right here. As the clouds above began to break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised you'd tell him about what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's any juicy secret, you've got to tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah. Goodbye, parents.
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
Beck, what are you seeing? So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me! Oh? What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide! That's Eris Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostiles. Hostiles? I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. Do you understand that when all this inevitably fails, I will deny everything? I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this, and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rubka's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
family.
A chill ran
Gran.
down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect. Gran, how'd all that hair fit in there?
Back under the face mask.
Your hair needs a suit for itself. Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rusing suspicions.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Grant, really? How much is she paying you?
Chapter 5.
Ooh, do we get to confront Gran?
What big ears you have. Shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my Gran. That was your Gran. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the tree house and figure out things there. Lead the way. Meet up with Rollo at the treehouse. I'm trying to catch Gran. Got the spy on the whole town. I wonder... Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
Clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility. Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give him a good old hard bop right on the kisser. Oh, Gran tells me just to keep away from the clipboards. That's good, that's good. Your Gran is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you'd better run along home now. Too dark to be out wandering on your own. Not on my own. I've got Beck with me, and together we're going to solve this mystery. We're no Scooby-Doo, but we'll have to make it work for right now. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the premium harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. To the treehouse. Oh my gosh, these guys scare me.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. I couldn't have done it without you.
Mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I love this character here. I forgot his name already. I'm bad with names. The one with the bow tie. I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me. I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, it's not that at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would forever be grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of importance to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was. I don't know why I gave him that accent. But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Permeal Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agricultural business? Seeds. My voice there. Seeds. Seeds. Yup. Little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here. Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge, and the right leadership, of course. Oh, good night, Mayor Valentine. So they're just like not bothered that we're standing here, just listening in on the conversation. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo, he's... Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about dang time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kinda a long story. Well, hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water or the air or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. Plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why. Nope. I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason, their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came in town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative? Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels one town over for a week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. We'd better get going. My pa's chair. Hi, Pa. Oh, maybe we can get like a new thing here. Oh. Let's do pungent.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Okay, I've got this time. I didn't know this before, but you have to really be good at this and hold the space bar or the enter bar. Just don't pull it too hard, because then the line will break. But don't release too fast, because then you won't catch what you're getting. Ooh! Ooh, a compass? What is this? Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. It's mine! It's mine! Gimme! I can't take it, no! Give me your treasures.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface.
Okay, we're gonna use these badges up real quick. It's a nice little feature that you just don't have to hold the button. You gotta time it as well. A duck. Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up. Okay. Oh, but does it use all my badges though?
Place to sink her on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Yeah, let's find all the treasure. Look, Dad. Look, Pa. I'm gonna find lots of goodies. Maybe it's like a name tag from Minecraft. Because those are kind of hard to get. Or a saddle. Pa, come help me. I don't know what this is, but it's heavy. Oh, ooh, what's this? A secret. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Okay, so we used up everything. So, let's just leave. And let's go find Rollo. Rollo! It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luca, you know security concerns we talked about. Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. We need that. We need the ladder. Is he gonna fire it at us? Look at the little window. I think that's a car door. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Lavish. Ooh. Rollo, you can't just leave us out here. Oh, we gotta throw it. We gotta throw a can. Come here. Hiya! They're letting us play a little game. Hiya! I thought I missed. Give me the can. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's moving. No chance. It has no chance. Yeah. Where do you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. I agree. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters. I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then could it have been a woman? How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On her way here, Becca and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for the idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. Clandestine. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in this protective suit. And then you saw your gram in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this whole town is kinda awesome.
Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran. She tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No. She came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It'd been years since I last seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Also, comment down below any game suggestions you might have. I hope you guys have a great day, and remember to try new things. Bye!